Shalom, Yashala, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh. I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Yashar Allah. Call Haloyim La Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Harakakodash for blessing our elders with the spirit of truth so that we may know. Shout out to the Akim and the Akwak that's keeping the faith and the work. Shall keep at it. This your brother Abaya coming at you with more precepts. It's the book of Second Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 5. Actually, verse 4 says, "For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith Yahweh, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction." All right, the Lord is telling us that He's bringing, judgment to the earth. Basically, judgment is coming to this earth. All right, so you would need to know the Lord and be able to pray to the Lord and be heard. All three of those things. Know the Lord, be able to pray to the Lord, and be heard. Right? And if you're operating in that in alignment with how the Lord wants us to be, then the plagues and the judgment that's coming on this earth, it doesn't pertain to us. Really, let me not say it doesn't pertain to us. It does, but not in the same sense as it does the wicked. It does for us because this is the Lord letting us know that He's doing all this for our salvation, right? Breaking down the prison walls that we are not a part of. Mentally, we are out of it. Spiritually, we are out of it, right? Like it says in Micah chapter 2 and verse 10, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest." So we're not a part of this world, right? Um, but like I said, in that sense, it does. But as far as the wicked goes, the wicked, more so speaking towards um, the wicked are the Lord's people, the 2/3, right? This judgment that the Lord is unleashing on this earth, this is specifically for you, right? And we just read it. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. It's because you lack faith. You don't want to know the Lord, right? You could care less about how to pray to the Lord, right? You want to be heard, but you don't want to do what it takes to be heard, because I don't care who you are. Every individual on this planet, when the situation get real enough, the first thing you think about is, Lord, please. Right? God, please. That's the first thing you're thinking of. Right? But the Lord is saying, in these times coming, your prayers don't mean a damn thing, because He's not going to hear you. Right? And that's what we're going to go into. Right? The prayers of the righteous and the prayers of the wicked 2/3. Right? So, let me go to Psalms chapter 7 and verse 11. Right? It says, "Power judges the righteous, and power is angry with the wicked every day." Right? So the Lord is angry with wickedness and the wicked every blessed day. Right? There isn't a day that goes by that the Lord is not pissed off at the wicked. Right? Now, more so going into Esau Edom with this, but hey, um, yeah, the 2/3, you right along with it, because the Lord sees you as Esau Edom. Right? Um, well, actually, yeah, this more so speaking about the 2/3 than Esau. Looking at the context, right? I'm gonna start at verse 8. All right, Yahweh shall judge the people, judge me, or Yahweh, according to my righteousness and according to mine integrity that is in me. Oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end, but establish the just, for the righteous God trieth the hearts and reins. My defense is of God, which saveth the upright in heart. Nah, actually, yeah, this speak about Esau Edom. Yeah, I just read, yeah, because it says, oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end. That's the precept to that would be 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So it says, oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end, which is Esau, but establish the just, right, which is Jacob. For the righteous power tried the hearts and reins. My defense is of power, which saveth the upright in heart. Right? Power judges the righteous, and power is angry with the wicked every day. Right? So yeah, you 2/3 you lumped in right in with Esau Edom, right? Because you refuse to turn to the Lord. So the Lord is gonna um do away with you. All right. Let's see. Proverbs 28 and 9. The Lord is gonna do away with you, man. Right when you need him. Right? You've been, you know, the men of the Lord has told the people how to pray, what mindset you should be in, and broke everything down for years. But the majority of people have not been listening. I say more so because the Lord didn't give them the ears to hear or the eyes to see. But nevertheless, they have not been hearing and have not been seeing. So therefore, you have to pay. It's a payment for that. All right. Proverbs chapter 28 and verse 9 says, "He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be an abomination." Or even his prayer shall be abomination. Right? Which is a filthy thing to the Lord. All right. So the Lord does not hear the prayers of all of his people. I know Babylonian Christianity will have you believe, the power of a sinner's prayer. No, Matter of fact, let me see. Yeah, that's Babylonian nonsense. Is let me see. ETH. Let me see if that's it. Con. James chapter 5 and verse 16. Confess your faults one to another and pray one for another that ye may be healed. The effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. So the Lord don't really care nothing about the prayers of a sinner, right? Like we just read in the book of Proverbs. Those that turn away their ear from hearing the law, even their prayer should be an abomination. But the prayer of a righteous man, what makes this man righteous? He's obedient to the instructions of the Lord. His prayer availeth much, right? So you're gonna want to be on that righteous side, especially in these times to come, man. These people talking about another lockdown, even though the men of the Lord been speaking about a lockdown coming. I don't think we figure how the lockdown was going to righteously hit. We were more so thinking along the terms of uh, another disease or something hidden, but in which it could possibly be because you keep your ear to the streets, you know, so to speak, for lack of a better term. It's been several instances of new diseases all over the world, right? With the threat of it spreading like 2019 to 2020, and a lockdown coming, based off of that. But hell, along with that, they speaking about an energy lockdown, right? And I want to say you got certain countries that's already implementing things. You're not able to drive your vehicle how you want to, and you got to take shifts on when you can drive your vehicle. You got to buy certain appliances that don't use gas, that use electricity. And just a lot of things going on this earth, and you're really gonna need to be able to pray to the Lord, and not only be able to pray to the Lord, you're gonna need the Lord to hear you, right? But if you out here doing your own thing, the Lord is not hearing your prayers, man. He could care less, right? And there's a reason why. Proverbs chapter 1. And let me see. Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 20. Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttereth her words, saying, How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity, and scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge? So the Lord placed his men out in these highways and hedges, right? He placed the elders out, over 40 years. So for over 40 years, people have been hearing about this truth, have been catching the warning, receiving the warning, have been warned over and over consistently, right? For years. But yet ignorance still remains, right? Fools steadily hating knowledge. All right, verse 23, turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Because I have called, and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. So you took it for a joke, right? All these different comedians, making skits about the truth, and, the men of the Lord, and, this gospel being mocked by so many people, not understanding that you really you setting yourself up for the kill. Like, the scripture says, pride for talk, um, it basically destroys you, right? Um, verse 26, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me. How you gonna call on the Lord? What that mean? That mean you gonna pray to the Lord, right? It says, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me, right? So the Lord is telling you, you're gonna pray to Him, right? And at that time, you're gonna, it's gonna be everything within you. Like I said, I don't care who you are, man. The right situation hit you. The first thing hit your mind is, God, please, Lord, please don't. Lord, please, if you get me out of this, and so forth. You trying to bargain with the Lord. The Lord ain't trying to hear that nonsense, man. Right? Because you had opportunity to get yourself right, but you didn't want to. Right? Let me see. I got precepts written down, and the inspiration of this is I was listening to Elder Apostle Gabar, and he was going into 2nd Ezra 15, the plagues hidden, and the mindset of people. As far as individuals that don't believe, it really don't matter if you don't believe or not. That's not gonna make or break not one of these prophecies. It's still coming to pass. The thing of it is, what side of prophecy are you on? You on the side that's getting destroyed, or you on the side that's receiving the salvation? Are you on the side of fearing the world, or are you on the side of fearing the Lord? Right? And I said, when that time comes, the Lord gonna show you, because everybody gonna call on the Lord, righteous and unrighteous alike. But the Lord is only gonna hear, the righteous. All right. Let me go to Psalms. Actually, yeah, Psalms 80 and 80 and verse 4 says, "O Yahweh, power of hosts, how long wilt thou be angry against the prayer of thy people?" All right. So that's hey, it's gonna be that way until Shiloh come and we in the kingdom. How scripture read earlier, right? The Lord is angry with the wicked every day. So every day, that's how long the Lord gonna be pissed off at His people. Shooting up prayers to Him, and you not really you not caring about doing thus says the Lord. You doing your own thing, right? But as far as the Lord's people, that are sincere and that want to please the Lord. Psalms 34:7. All right. The angel of Yahweh encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them. All right. So how Elder Apostle Gabar said, it's angels around us. It's angels around all of us, right? That listen to what we say and send that back to the Lord. Right? And the scripture that he brought out was in Tobit 12, I want to say 15. Tobit 12:15. I am Raphael, one of the 7 holy angels, which present the prayers of the saints and which go in and out before the glory of the Holy One. Right? So our prayers are presented to the Lord. This is every day, all day. I said the righteous scripture tell us to pray always, pray without ceasing. So the prayers of the righteous, man, the angels are working, quite a bit for the righteous because we're constantly praying. Right? But as far as these wicked individuals go, hey, the Lord don't want to hear that, man. All right. Let me see. Let me go to Proverbs 15:29, and I'll close with this. I'm on my lunch break, so I got to get back. Proverbs chapter 15 and verse 29 says, Yahweh is far from the wicked. Right? So they can be praying all day, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter because the Lord ain't hearing you. And really what that does is push these individuals even further away. I've asked several people, that I've had to be around, and the topic of spirituality comes up. And, they may ask me, uh, how come the Lord don't answer our prayers? And I don't necessarily go like that. It'd be more so like, just general conversation and spirituality comes up. And this individual may present, a statement to me. And the statement may be like, once upon a time I believed in God, but then, something happened and I would pray to God, and by me not getting a response back, that made me not believe in God. Right? So the Lord created you to be wicked from the jump. You didn't know it as a child, but the more the older you got and you start living life and you start, indulging in wicked activities and liking it, right, with no conscience about it, 9 times out of 10, the only time you prayed to the Lord is when you was in trouble. And I presented that to them. I asked this individual. I said, was it like that? And he was like, yeah. I'm like, there's your answer right there. You can't call on the Lord. You can't do whatever it is you want to do. And then when you get in trouble, you praying to God and expecting him to come like he owe you something. It don't work like that, man. All right? Well, Proverbs 15:29, again, it says, Yahweh is far from the wicked, but he heareth the prayer of the righteous. Right? So, saints, everything that's happening on this earth, man, hey, be easy, man. Because we making it out this thing. How about Shema Shah arm in that number? And if you hear this and you understand this, you are too. We out this thing, man. All this craziness that's going on this earth, that's the Lord jamming up the wicked and freeing up the righteous. Right? Just like in the days of Pharaoh, just like in Egypt. It got pretty bad in Egypt. Right? But that wasn't for Israel. Israel was straight through all them plagues. And the Lord said it's gonna go the same way it did then, it's the same way it's gonna go now. So y'all keep y'all head up, man. Stay faithful. And stay believing, stay faithful working. So with that, man, I say, call on you, like, how about you now? Shout out Shemar, Shalom, Wa, Abba, Baba.